He is the former Columbus police chief, Thomas Quinlan. He is now leading this task force. It was formed by Attorney General Dave Yost to identify what is lacking in law enforcement training in Ohio and how to fix it. Since March of this year, Thomas Quinlan has served as the assistant director of the Ohio Peace Officer Training Academy in London. He's responsible for teaching law enforcement officers across Ohio, having learned quite a bit himself over the past couple of years.
I always, try to learn more from my failures than I do my successes.
Quinlan served as chief of the Columbus Division of Police for about a year. He stepped down in January of 2021 after months of turmoil, which saw officers clashing with protesters downtown following the murder of George Floyd. Is there anything that you would have done differently looking back on your year as chief?
I look forward in everything I do. Regardless of good or bad, I learn a lot from the successes I've had in my career, 36 years. And I learned a lot from anywhere where things didn't go the way I wanted.
Quinlan now looks to apply those lessons as the chair of a newly formed task force to improve law enforcement training.
Everything in policing evolves and changes. Expectations change, laws change, court rulings change. So we need to change training to maintain the response that the public is expecting from police.
One of the biggest needs, Quinlan tells me, is repetitive scenario-based training that is accessible to officers in all agencies across the state and less focused on a classroom.
A chance for officers to actually test out these new tactics that we're going to be presenting and let them see where the strengths are and where the weaknesses are and what equipment might be needed to make this happen.
That includes filming 6 new scenarios for this Milo 360 video simulator, which I had the chance to experience in August.
Here. As an officer responds, they have limited information. In these scenarios, they're going to be getting new information, which should be altering their response based on that new information.
Quinlan also wants to focus on refresher courses that can benefit even the most experienced law enforcement veterans on skills like driving.
Maybe were trained 20 years ago on a Crown Vic, now they're driving these SUVs. Part of the idea is to build a 4-hour skills refresher day. So that gives them time to be able to drive 2 hours to get here, 4 hours on the skills pad, and 2 hours back home. They can do it in one shift.
The task force is made up of local law enforcement leaders from across Ohio, but also has 2 non-law enforcement members with experience in crisis intervention and interactions with youth.
My focus is solely on the law enforcement community who serves the individual communities that they represent, and how can we deliver service better for the broad, vast communities of Ohio.
Coming up at 6, we'll hear from Attorney General Dave Yost and why he believes now is the best time to change the way Ohio's law enforcement is trained.